So the Minnesota Timberwolves, man. The Minnesota Timberwolves. Now the preseason just wrapped up. We're going to be heading to the regular season. So I just want to talk about some of my expectations and maybe predictions about how next season might go. All right, but real quickly before I continue on with this video, I got to talk about my YouTube statistics. And apparently, nearly 100% of the people who watch my videos aren't even subscribed. So please, if you're new to the channel or even watching a couple of my videos and you like it, please consider subscribing. It'd be greatly appreciated if you do subscribe. But yeah, let's get right back to the video. So first off, I want to talk about a poll I ran on Twitter that apparently was saying that the Wolves would, I said, like, what was I saying? Like, what are the Wolves' expectations next season? And majority of the votes went towards play-in. Now, I'm guessing that's what most people are thinking because the Wolves, of course, last season were like the 13th seed, which weren't that great. So people are probably expecting us to be like a 10 seed kind of thing, probably not really a playoff team. But honestly, I think I'm pretty optimistic about us making the playoffs because, but first off, let's talk about what happened last season why we were so bad. So some of the notable things that were bad last season, which actually major reasons why we were bad last season was, first of all, coaching. With Ryan Saunders, we were 7-24 under him. We're just absolute butt cheeks. Like, we had the talent. We just sucked. And apparently, of course, D'Lo was saying how, like, he didn't like Saunders coaching and stuff, something like that. There's also, a lack of team identity. As we were the youngest team, there's a lack of on-court chemistry and stuff. There's all these injury problems, and obviously Cap was going through a lot last year. But everything went wrong. But some improvements were made at the end of last season, though. Like, first off, our coaching, we had Chris Finch. We were 16-25 under him. Not good, not great, but, like, improvement, It's an improvement. Plus, not all our guys were healthy when Finch got hired as coach. Plus, adjusting all that stuff with new coaching, all that stuff. But, and, another improvement or another, upside of the season was that Ant, he was really rolling in the second half of the season. Dude was averaging 23, 5, and 3 on 45, 34, 76 splits. In the last month of NBA basketball, and that is May, he averaged 27, 5, and 5 on 53, 40, 79 splits over 8 games. And now he might be coming back this season like 6'6" or something. But, I mean, from what I saw in the preseason, he looked about like the same. But I don't know, he might be taller. But yeah, that's just some of the improvements and some of the positives that I could take away from last season and heading into next season. Which is why I'm expecting us to be, hot take, I think the Minnesota Timberwolves next season will be a playoff team. Yeah, I said it. That's right. I think we're going to be the 8th seed. I'm manifesting it. I think, truly believe the Minnesota Timberwolves we're going to be in the playoffs next year. I think at the very least playing, but we're going to be competitive next year. I'm positive we'll be competitive next year. So notable improvements that the Timberwolves made. First off, D'Lo and Cat look freaking awesome, bro. They look like all-stars. Pat Bev and Taurean Prince were awesome pickups, man. Prince was shooting the lights out that first game. There's an obvious improvement on defense, which is our biggest weakness. We got the offense. It's just that on defense, we low-key we just sucked so badly. But we low-key were having outstanding defense this preseason, compared to last season. Like Anthony Edwards was actually showing effort and stuff. Like, dude was looking like a two-way demon. Like, dude looks so much better on defense, bro. I cannot express how happy it makes me to see, how excited it makes me to see, as a Timberwolves fan, to see that man doing the things he was doing in that preseason. So, yeah, I think we'll be better because of all this stuff. I mean, there's still the issue of, we only have, like, 1 7-footer. We still aren't great rebounding stuff. But I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be all right. Now, some stuff I want to bring up also about some players is, first off, some guys I want to talk about real quick. Cat. I think Cat, man, needs to be talked about more. I truly think this dude can be an MVP caliber player. Like, once he really gets into his prime. Because he's like, 25 now? Like, he's about to enter his prime or is in his prime right now. And last season, he was dealing with a lot. I think this dude might go nuclear this year. Like, low-key, this dude might go nuclear. He might really ball out this season, especially since we're going to be a lot better. I wouldn't be surprised this dude is in MVP talks this year. I'm going to keep it a buck. Now, his defense still, I know it's not great. It's not great, but his shot blocking, that's there. I know, but yeah, his defense is not that great. But, he's not terrible. He's like okay. I'd say he's like okay. So his offense is so amazing. I swear to God, he might be the best offensive. No, he's the best shooting big, I think, ever. He is. He's the best shooting big ever. Another guy I want to talk about, of course, I want to talk about, I know this guy, like, he might not even be on the roster and stuff at the end of the year, but Nathan Knight. I really like Nathan Knight. I went to that summer jam session. Dude is mad athletic. He's really fun to watch. I would love if the Wolves can give him that 15th roster spot. I would love to have Nathan Knight on this team. Even if we're just playing him at the end of games, the dude might catch bodies at the end of games, it would be fun to watch. I really do like Nathan Knight. I'm a fan of Nathan Knight. But yeah, also, another guy I want to talk about. Oh yeah, Malik Beasley. Now, this isn't like, I don't really got much positive to say right now about Malik, but he wasn't playing good in that preseason. But I think he's just gonna be rusty right now. Dude was in jail for 3-4 months or something. Yeah, dude was in jail for a while. He's gonna be rusty, but I don't expect that to last. I think it's gonna take a while for him to get his shot back, but it'll come back, so I'm not stressing it. But Jalen Noel, another guy I want to talk about. Dude is cold. Dude is so good, bro. Jalen Noel, this man showed a lot of promise as a scorer, bro. Like, that turnaround fadeaway he had, that game winner stuff, like that shot, he kept on doing over and over. That's automatic for him. Automatic. Another guy I want to talk about, of course, is DAngelo Russell. DAngelo Russell, I've come to appreciate the fact that we have him a lot more as a recent. Last season, we didn't get to see too much of him. Like, he was on minutes restriction at the end. In the beginning, he got injured and stuff. He also just wasn't playing good when Saunders was coaching. But after seeing him in the preseason and stuff, I've kind of, like, also media doing all that stuff, I've kind of come to realize how much he really means to this team, with what he brings with his leadership and also, like, what he means to our team chemistry overall. I realized, like, D'Lo is actually very important to this roster. I'm very happy we have him for what he brings. Also, like, on the court, man, he's cold, too. He's going to be much better under Finch. He's going to have a much better season. I'm very excited to see what, D'Lo is going to accomplish this season, what he's going to do, man. And now, real quick, I just want to take a moment to talk about our 2 sophomore players. At least I think there are only 2 sophomore players, but that is Jaden McDaniels and Anthony Edwards. Now, real quick, I'll start with Jaden McDaniels. Man was balling in the summer league. I didn't watch the games. From what I heard, dude was playing pretty good in the summer league. He hit a game winner and stuff, so I'm very excited to see what his sophomore season brings. He was pretty quiet in the preseason, but I think Jaden McDaniels has a lot of potential. He's very raw right now. I think but one of the beauties of having McDaniels on this team is that regardless of what he does become in the future, like, we're not heavily reliant on his progress like we are with Ant, and for him to become like an all-star, superstar, or whatever. So if he never reaches that level, it's fine, But I'm pretty optimistic about what he can become. I think at the very least he can become like a very solid role player, 6-man kind of guy, or very solid starter, average about 15 points per game, can knock down threes and stuff, can stretch the floor at the 4. Obviously he still needs to put on a little bit of muscle, but he's quick though, he's athletic. He's a good defender, debatably our best defender. Oh, not anymore. Actually, I guess, but not anymore. I'm thinking at this current moment because of Pat Bev, but he can guard the perimeter, he can block shots and stuff. I really like having McDaniels. I'm really excited to see what's gonna happen. Yeah, like I already said, man, I'm excited to see what the future holds for Jaden McDaniels. He was number 3. All right. But then Anthony Edwards, I know I already talked about his defense, which, by the way, his defense, I was very unsure of, but now seeing how good he is on defense, he's no defensive player of the year type stuff, or he's not like our best defender right now or anything, but he's like a solid defender now. Like, before he was bad, like, not on ball, but off the ball, it was bad, but now, obvious improvement of effort and stuff. Chris Finch did a great job with the guys this summer, man. Shout out to Chris Finch. So I don't really have much concerns with his defense. All right, but I got to say right now, man, I got to get this off my chest. I know it's probably going to be a kind of hot take. But I don't think Anthony Edwards is going to be an all-star this year, man. No, I know you guys are thinking, like, how's that a hot take? Well, because a lot of people have been talking about him being a breakout star and stuff. He might average 25, 5, and 5, all this stuff. Heck, I was even talking about it. But after seeing him in the preseason, I realized I was just hyping him up way too much, man. Like, Like, after seeing the preseason, I know it's only a few games, a small sample size, but his three-point shot just still isn't really there. Like, it's still just, like, not where I think it will be in the future, you know what I mean? Like, I still believe Anthony Edwards will be a superstar and stuff, but I don't think this dude, I think it's going to take some more time. Plus, you got guys like John Morant, who I believe is going to be all-star this season. I think Cat's going to be all-star this season. Darren Fox might be an all-star this season. I think it really depends on his team's success. But he's obviously going to come back better. I mean, he was averaging like 25. I just think it's going to take Ant some more time. And that's fine. I think this season he just needs to be, just a good second to third option on offense, of course. Just continue to develop. And then maybe down the line, like a few years, or maybe even just next season, he's an all-star. I wouldn't be surprised. But I think for this season, Ant's he's still very raw, man. He's still a lot of untapped potential that he has. Yeah, I just don't see him being an all-star, but I still see him having a really good year. I mean, obviously his defense improved a lot. And we just got to wait for that shot to come eventually. And then before I know it, Ant's going to be on top of the world. But yeah, that's all I got to say for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. Wolves fans, let me know what you think is going to happen. And yeah, catch you guys in the next one. Yeah, and like and subscribe.